See, okay. Actually, for YouTube, I should maybe use some music since we are here. It's just a little bit. Just a little bit. Here I have the royalty free. And now we're ready. Okay. I mean, gold barely. I already noticed that we had the move. We have this level. This is a major level, so you know I'm in no rush to enter until we close above it. What do we have here? Oh, GJ is coming down. Um, for now. On GJ, I'm gonna remove the whole thing. Was it GJ that we won yesterday? Wait, give me 1 second. Yeah, it was GJ. Wasn't it? No, it was gold. Yeah, it was gold. Okay, so this one we can remove and redo again. So that's fine. Hey, yo, good morning. Okay, place this here maybe. I mean, right away we can see 4 hours about to break below, so it really looks like a really nice sell, like off the bat. What do we want from here? 30 minutes. Oh, the last 4 minutes maybe it's gonna push. This is the last resistance we had. This is about to close. But this is tricky, this. And then you have this. Oh, this is a liquidity area. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, that's why. So we have 1 hour left. And yeah, so I think we might be able to visit here today. Again, on this red zone here. So this one might not be a bad idea for sales. Oh, what is this? What do I have here? What is this? Okay. Sales shorts there. 4 minutes left for that 30-minute candle. I think we will be visiting here, that level below. 4 hours breaking below. 1 hour, really nice. 30-minute too. We should have steam. This is a little bit tricky on the candle, so it might create some little wicks. So I will, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wait for this to close now. Oh, look at this. This doji is being broken, so maybe this is gonna just push all the way down to here within the next 2 minutes or so. It's okay if it does. What I would wait anyways is for the next candle to come back again and then continue. So yeah, I think GJ's easier. GJ's easier for sure. I would have been taking the break, but yeah, just realized it now, so it's okay. Doesn't matter. And if I don't get my setup, then it's okay. I missed it. Yeah, because this is a liquidity area. Kinda saw it a little bit late, but it's okay. here. A little bit late. Got the entry. I didn't get the entry, I'm sorry. I just noticed. Because this is 8 pips upwards, so it's really good. Actually, more like 9 pips would have been better. Yeah, there with this. So you got over 1-to-1, which is always what I'm looking for. Or at least 1-to-1. Let me, before I forget. Okay, this time I will let people know. We're 1 minute away. Okay, so this is a good closure. This is a good closure. So what I'm gonna do is, we have some nice liquidity. There's a liquidity area. I'm not too excited, but I'm gonna count on this just pushing down today. 15 minute is not looking bad at all. So, and now we have a stop loss limit in case we want to move forward. I will be TPing whenever I get the 1-to-1 and leaving the rest to run if we close below. So if we don't close below, then this is what's gonna happen. And maybe, oh, there you go. Okay, so we didn't close below, but it's still possible that we, or probable that we get that push down. It's just that now it's trickier. Let's see. This is what, the 7:30. Yeah, 4 hours pushing anyways. Grab center here. It wouldn't make sense to visit here on the higher time frame. The 1 hour too, it would make sense. Yeah, no wick. It's the only issue here, but we might not get a wick because this is coming up to New York Open, and it closed above. Yeah, I just gonna wait a little bit. I want to see something clean, a little bit more clean before I go in. So let me see. More clean would be more like 15 minute. Yeah, you see there's a little bit of a rejection here. Maybe a 5 minute, let's say, structure forming in favor of that push down. When price came down, it pushed on the 5 minute. It created a little bit of a structure to this level, so this might be a level to observe, just in case. And also here many bounces, so maybe that's the little box from where it grabs liquid. Oh, there you go, see it. Yeah, same thing here. I mean, and this was just a straight fall. Grabbing liquidity. Okay, so maybe maybe we will see some formation against this level, which actually I think it was the 30. Yeah, 30 minute previous 30. So it would actually make some sort of a confluence. Let me remove play when somebody joins and leaves. So always a mess. Yeah, the Discord is ready. It's just I'm gonna share it later today. Like I said, it was gonna be today. Discord is ready. Oh, maybe this is the one that's gonna push. I just want to see the 5 minute closing below. That's the only thing I want. You know, and maybe it's gonna within the, like I said, is the only problem with this zone is when it moves inside of here, kind of moves a little bit fast. So might miss the move, but I'm still gonna wait for this 5 minutes to close below. As soon as it closes below, I think I'm gonna go for my kill. But let me see. Hey, good morning. TJ, how's it going? Within 1 minute, now pushing. I just don't like this that I see here. Like every time I look left to this area, I see this. I mean, this is what I should be worried about anyways, in the sense that this is the only thing that matters, sort of. But even that, there's a wick here. You know, it's a tricky liquidity area, I'm not gonna lie.
Previous to 15 minutes candles are not strong.
Yeah, which is
And it closed above your support.
yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is expected because we are at a support.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like we're gonna have a clean, easy trade because it's not like DJ has been easy and clean. Oh, gold is about to break up, maybe.
No, yeah.
And this is a little bit better to get because from here we have this wick here. Good continuation. On the 30-minute, we already have a small zone here created. There you go. You finished work and joined Zoom. Yeah, work for me was sleeping. I was just asleep. I woke up, opened my MetaTrader from my cell phone. I noticed this one, so I just decided to sleep a little bit more. So I was gonna wake up 10 a.m. Woke up, checked my MetaTrader. Hey, you know, this one made it all the way up. Okay, you know, I'm in no rush. That's what I did. Got the wins for today. Starting the month, so you know that's nice too. There's one thing I missed to do. Let me do it right now. Okay. Looks like yesterday trying to break out with not much volume. Well, the thing is that now it literally did what we draw yesterday. So look at this. The area that I had here on the daily. So the reason why I took profits here midway is because I imagined that because I was sleeping, I could get anything happening last night. So, you know, I always, when I'm asleep, I just try to take profit as early as possible because I'm sleeping, you know, I don't have a way to manage it. But obviously if I wouldn't been away, that would have been the case to get it up to here. But here we look left on the daily, you have all the wicks. You see this is a structure, rejection, this is two. This is two, even though we have wicks coming up higher. And we do have a lot of momentum coming up, so we might get the momentum to get all the way up to this level. And maybe tomorrow, then we're gonna have the rejection. What happened here? FOREX factory. Oh, FOREX. Okay. So maybe tomorrow we're gonna have the rejection because today this is what we have. This and this, but this at 10. But tomorrow, no. Oh, look at this, ADP. Okay, so we have ADP tomorrow. So maybe, you know, this is setting up. This is setting up maybe for continue to fall. So maybe they're pricing in today. So I'm gonna keep it buying. I mean, why go? I will never go against the, the momentum. And look at this too. It went all the way up there. So there's a zone here on the 4-hour to watch out for, because price came with a lot of force all the way up here and still closed below here. So we might get something like that today. We might get as we close above, or yeah. I think we're gonna have a push again. What is this? 20 minutes left. I will wait. The only bad thing about this is such a high volume area. You see, when you see big wicks, big candles only, it means that most likely, like if it is 30 minutes, you only see big wicks and big candle. Oh yeah, this is all you see. Then there's there are less probabilities that you're gonna get a good setup, maybe like this one. But still gonna go for it. If we see a closure like this, okay, so let me show you.
Look at 5-minute candle. It is closing above.
Yeah, so if we see a closure, if I see a closure above this zone, gonna wait for it. So yesterday I rechecked again the entry here. It was a good entry. It's just that my stop loss was too tight. So I only had one fake out, and the second one, it just my stop loss was too tight, but it was a good, buy stop setup. And then obviously this one that I won, this one ended up being up to here at the end of it. But anyways, today I'm just gonna wait for closures. I don't think I'm gonna get anything impulsive, or I'm in no rush. That's definitely the case for me right now. Yesterday I kind of wanted to end the month with a bang, and I did. I think this thing minutes, 3 minutes away. I just don't like this, so maybe that's what's like. Even though there's such a high probability that we're gonna visit this today, this is so you see this didn't even finish here. This one did, but you have all of these coming off, coming down. It's the only thing. But now as we close below, actually, you know what, it is better. It is, I think, a better entry below there, coming down there, because this is the place where it did this. It's just 3 minutes away. I mean, if it pushes the last 3 minutes, it's fine. If it closes above, it already closed a little bit below the previous one. It respected the higher high. Yeah, if it closes a little bit, well, actually, see, if it closes like that, then I think I can go for one entry. We are at almost at 8 a.m. So 8 a.m. would be this candle forming here. The one that closes here would be the one that finishes at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. So the question is, does the 1 hour make sense for it to finish down here? And when I look left, this is what I have. This was actually the 1 hour zone. Did this. Yeah, this is really messy. So this is how I'm gonna play this one. Even though this is such a high probability to go down here, I think I'm gonna wait for it, because so all of this that's going on here, still it is a zone of rejection. So I'm not too excited about entering, above it. So that's what I'm looking all the time. So I prefer cleaner moves. So, maybe wait for gold to decide what the heck it wants to do. If we break below here, if we break below here, we are still not necessarily on a sell zone because we have a momentum going up. So I would, if we break below, maybe we're gonna get a rejection here or here. I would actually prefer for sales. Maybe if we break specifically below this zone here. But I'm not excited for sales yet. This is 1, 2, barely 1, 2 bounces. Not enough yet. Not 2 bounces even. It's just 1. Because this haven't finished. And you remember yesterday, I kept mentioning many times here, this zone here, that I was not excited about sales. I said it like during the whole stream. Hey Martin, good morning, brother. So I kept saying it pretty much throughout the whole stream, and that was the reason. Like when I see that the structure, not feel, but when I see that the structure is not really necessarily telling me that we're gonna come down, then I don't try to be a hero. I don't try to grab the top unless I'm buying zones, which sometimes I do. But I do when they're clean cut candle wicks, many times rejecting the same zone. That's not the case with gold right now. When you look left, you don't have clean cut candles coming up rejecting because you have this that happened here, and that's the main reason why I don't trust this zone for buying, for selling it. But now, if we had a zone where you had like those 2 candles, but you had many other structural candles rejecting exactly there, I would be more, excited about grabbing the zone and just selling the zone. But when I don't see it so clean, then I'm not interested either. But yeah, GJ think it's gonna fall to the zone there. It is a 4-hour break. It is a zone here of liquidity. We grab liquidity candle. 4-hour looks strong. 15-minute. How is it? Oh, look at this. So yeah, maybe as we break below here now, it's gonna grab the liquidity needed, and maybe it's gonna just fall like a hard candle without a top wick. If it falls. If it doesn't fall, then that was the support that I was concerned about. Either way, yeah, like I would get this entry, but with no big entry, I would guess. Is what I'm saying. But let me see. This is only 12 pips. 1 to 30. So yeah, this might be a good sell. I'm not gonna lie. Anybody looking for sales? I think that's a good potential sell. Yeah, trend line, interesting. Yeah, I mean, but even the trend lines, they create wicks on the higher time frame, so you have space for the fall. I'm not getting it, but doesn't look so bad. It's just it really. I mean, there's a reason why I'm willing to miss it. It's because of this,
Yes. Left side is not clean. So many rejection weak and June is not clean too.
Yeah, this is the typical trade where I enter like with a small position just to not miss it, and that if I lose it, I don't care. It's just that this month I want to see. So I'm gonna try something this month. Want to see, if I can get as many wins in a row as possible. So I might not be taking even smaller losses necessarily. I'm just gonna wait for them to kind of like to say, oh, on the 15th it really looks better. Just notice that on gold for the rejection. 1, 2, and as we break below, maybe there is. Let me see. Oh no, this is strong here. But it is strong all the way from here to down here. That makes sense here. Just look at the wicks. The wicks came all the way down here. All of this wicks came all the way down here. All of this ones came down here. So what is going on the lower time frame? Oh, that was the same place here, and that's the 1 hour flip. And yeah, this is strong. It's a little bit strong here. Might hold the price. So you got a fake out here. Small, not a fake out. This is actually top of structure, and that's it. Even though it kind of went through and created the bottom here. This was New York volume. Oh, I remember this. I remember this one. Yeah, I remember this one. This was a really nice entry for buys. Even the refresher webinar we did was, I think, that setup too. Yeah. I may drag this all the way down. So yeah, I'm waiting for a break above. This week might be a concern, but I think we might just get to up to here. Because if we break above, we maybe have the push to get to here and here. Or here, maybe a bit more conservative, yeah. This is a little bit of a concern. Which is actually the same place where we have this wick. So, yeah, it's a little bit tricky there. So, still, let me get a closure above and that's it. I know that there's a wick here. There's a wick level here. So I'm gonna mark it and leave it there just in case. We have another. Oh, Sander is here. I think GJ will fall to 154.2 before continuing on anything else. It's showing lots of rejection. So no. 154.2. Oh, you mean below here? Oh, yeah, this is a good clean. Yeah, this is a cleaner fall. This area, Sanjam, is a cleaner fall. That would be a better. Yeah, you sure that? Oh, yeah. Oh, this is gonna. Yeah, this is gonna go down now. So the last 8 minutes are really more reliable. You see what I meant? That we might get this with no wick at the top. Gonna watch it, by the way. Like I said, I'm in no rush. Yeah. Let me share the Zoom link over there too. I forgot. Ta-da-da-da. Yeah, I really started the stream and only shared it on the other group. Copy. What the heck is going on here? Where's the link? Oh. Copy. Okay, I'm gonna watch I mean, if anybody wants to risk a little bit, it's not a bad sell at all. It is not. I mean, it's just I'm not, it's not so clean as. So this is not the cleanest fall, but it makes sense on all the other time frames, which is what matters. You know, the 1 hour makes sense. Even the one that we had up here, look at this. It was the early entry also made sense. The early entry we had here also made sense. It's just I'm not gonna take it because I don't like this noise here, even if it makes sense still on for this to just fall. I'm gonna just just gonna leave it at that.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning. Okay, I see more people here today. How do I do this? Let's see. Oh, there you go. Gonna be. Oh, this is blurring again. This, yeah, I don't know. Gonna be trying to make 2 liters of water before it's too late. Nice. Gotta getting the liquids in too. Hydrating. Okay, so we're witnessing the fall that we were expecting. Okay, so let me go through, while this happened, let me go through the really easy buy stop from yesterday, from last night. Really easy, really easy. I mean, you can see it on all of my charts. You can see it on my scalping chart. Hey, Besa, how's it going, brother? Besa, come to Florida. Just leave that place, man. You're just, I don't know what, you're wasting your life in California. Soon, yeah, told you. Just let me know. So the buy stop here was really easy. Yeah, guys, drink water. You need it. It really helps a lot, even with the mental clarity and all of that. And it's even better if you don't have any breakfast for. If you can have no breakfast and maybe fast for trading, you will be at the peak state for trading, because when you're fasting, it mimics what people doing keto they do, which is you start to use ketones as fuel burning. Obviously, you need more than 12 hours without eating, and really fuels your mental clarity. So yeah, I would recommend. Oh, look at this. Also, we might get the fall on gold. Look at this. What time is it? About to close at 1 hour. Interesting. I'm not gonna go for gold sales, by the way. Okay, I'm just. So the buy stop was simple. We had this yesterday. You all remember. This was the first attempt. So the second attempt, the second buy stop that we had yesterday was good. I analyzed it. I reanalyzed it. It's just you see this was too tight. That was the only problem. It's just the stop loss was a little bit too tight. Should have been doing something around below this area here. And I did it way too close. So I noticed this, just yesterday evening when I was revisiting everything, because as you notice, it went up anyway. So yesterday I should have had two winnings and 1 loss. Anyways, the only 1 win that I had yesterday came up and compensated all of the 2 previous attempts, so that was good. Anyways, so I had a winning day yesterday, so that was okay. But then the better thing that happened yesterday was this. When you look left on the 15-minute and even the 30-minute, you're gonna notice that was a clean resistance that was tapped once and then confirmed twice yet again, and then a fourth one. When I noticed this in Asia session, that was the telltale, just like this candle wick yesterday. This one's the one. Oh, by the way, this is what I was meaning. Oh, this is gonna fall below the zone. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for this to close below. Oh, you know what? Let me do some. This is a high velocity area. That is the issue. Gotta start. Gotta start. Let me share this. Gotta start setting buy stops and sell stuff while asleep. Run on the moves before I sleep. Always happen during London. Yeah, just back test, and if you don't feel comfortable, just start with 0.5% or 0.3, then 0.5, then get it up to 1, and then 2. You got the sales? That's right now, right? Oh, you're doing 5 minutes. Yeah, I noticed on the 15-minute structure, it had a nice rejection. Look at this. 1, 2. Yeah. It's just, it is a counter trend. I'm not gonna do, so this is what I'm not gonna do in February. I did it a lot last month, and it wasn't bad at all. I mean, I was winning the counter trends. So, you know, it's not like I can complain. But this month, I will go with the highest entries. Highest probability entry, so I'm not gonna counter trend so much unless I see something so clean that I just want to take it. February, oh yeah, what makes it different? It's just I decided to do it because I'm testing something on me, and I'm also pamming an account to a friend of mine. And I want to see if I can handle somebody, you know, other people's money, because psychologically it's a little bit stressing. So I'm just, you know, I'm challenging myself. So I'm just pamming a friend of a family of mine. He put some money there. Yeah. Pam. Yeah, that is percentage allocation. So this is, let me Pam, Forex. This is percentage allocation management. It is just a fund, right? Oh, this is not the language I was looking for, right? It's just a way where you can pretty much officially copy somebody else's trade. That's really what it is. You're gonna have Pam and you're gonna have Mam. There's, even though they are a little bit, they do the same thing. Even though they're different, they do the same thing. The difference between Pam and Mam, and yeah. So there you go. You see, percentage allocation is this one. Where is the? Nobody's making the signature, but there you go. In manage modules, distribute the size of trades according to the allocation percentage. You see? So the solution is for funds managers and blah blah blah. An investor could allocate a percentage of his account to one or more managers. The manager's trades are automatically replicated. Same thing. MAM does the same thing, pretty much. But allocate trades, yeah, exactly. It lets you allocate risks depending on the profile. So you can actually say, you know, I don't want to risk so much. So if he's risking 2%, maybe I can select, you know what, I just want just 0.5% when he goes for 2. Yeah, your account just copies somebody else's trades, and yeah. Yeah, on MAM you can fix it. You can say, you know what, I don't want to risk. When he enters, the guy is trading a 1% basis, and maybe I just want to risk 0.5, and you set it up. And now you don't. You know, on private, let me move this. When you send me a private on Zoom, yeah, when you send a private on Zoom, people from YouTube can see it. Just Yeah, this is what I was not excited about gold sales. This is still the zone. So anyways, the buy entry was really clean. When you go to the 4 hour, this was before I went to bed, I saw this. So imagine me looking at this before going to bed. And look at this. Where is the freaking thing here? Oh, there you go. This was like literally like about like coming up here when I saw it. And what do you see? Use your imagination. What do you see on the 4 hour? Don't you see like a big liquid? Like you see a liquidity. You see a clean range to the left. You see perfection on the wicks, especially this. This was the last wick. Look at this. This was the last wick. And also, what did I say yesterday? Please always ask the same question. When was this happening? When was this happening? This was New York volume, the biggest, most important volume in the entire Forex market. So the question is, if New York had, what I mean by that is, if you're gonna have a wick that is gonna fake out a strong zone, it will be New York, because it has way too much volume, it has too much velocity, and resistance zones, support zones, they are like elastic. So, you know, if you come with too much strength, you know, just like an elastic band, it's gonna give up a little bit more before it rejects. So, you know, that made sense to me, that if we break now, so the next question was, if we break something that a strong session could not break, if we break it now, what are the odds that we're gonna continue going up? Meaning, this is Asian. Really high odds. So this was such a clean move up, and that was one of those gifts that the market just gives many times, by the way. Those gifts, they happen many times during the month. So yeah, it was just so easy. It was just too easy. I don't like the GJ, so I do like the buys above this, with the, you know, with this observation here. So I like that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go in for that buy, by the way. It's 4 minutes left. Let me wait for the 5 minute to close above, and let me see something. Oh shit, that is close. Oh no, it is breaking now, so it's gonna go now. Man, yeah, I'm gonna get a smaller entry here, and let's see if we can move up. Risk. Let me lower the risk here, because this is cleaner. I'm gonna get in at, what is this? This is the first 5 minutes. Let me see something here. Wait, 30 minute. Who is closing? Yeah, I might see that push really. Yeah, that's the problem here, right? So if I don't get it now, but we have the volume, so okay, let's go. I mean, this one makes more sense to me. This one makes more sense to me. A second push. This is an impulsive one, but it's a high volume area coming up. This is wick. So the wick here is, oh, the stuff. No, so this is what I'm doing. Oh, it looks different on the MetaTrader. That's why. So I'm gonna go in. Really. So this is a smaller entry. Just so you know, any buy stop. Any buy entry that I take today is gonna be, if it is impulsive, I'm gonna be taking it smaller entry. I'm gonna go for this. You know what? Wait. Before I do anything else, let me do something here. 2 pips away. Yeah, it's retracing now. This is, what time is it? This is what I'm gonna do different from yesterday. Let me close here. What is this? This is what I'm gonna do. I just close. I'm gonna wait for the closure. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the closure and get it. So I'm closing a break even, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait for the closure, and if we close above, I will see the structure before moving on, and then I'm gonna go for this. If I look left, the only concern I really have is this coming up because of what I mentioned here. You see this? This reject the structure and close below here. But now the other thing is, what if we go up? I have to just check on the daily. The daily have a major, you know what? No, I don't think, I do not. If it breaks today, it would surprise me. That's all I can say. If it breaks today, it would really surprise me. I canceled the entry, by the way. I'm not in. The entry was like this. The entry was right here, and it was here when we were retracing. Closed it like 2-3 pips coming down, and I was gonna aim for this, but then I noticed this is just 1-to-1. Just the full range is 1-to-1. It's really not that attractive to me. You know what? Yeah, this is a good. Let me see something also. Yeah, not even here, not even in this MetaTrader looks like. Oh, that's another thing about the candles patterns that I was gonna. Somebody was saying that. How do you trade? What was the question? Somebody was asking about candle patterns and stuff. The point with the candle patterns is, which is why you really cannot rely so much on candle patterns. You have different candle patterns depending the liquidity providers. So when you see a pattern, somebody else is not seeing the same pattern, and they're pretty much looking at the same stuff, but in different drawings. And if you're profitable with one provider, that proves the point that zones and price zones are more important. That structure and price zones are more important than even candle patterns is what I'm saying. So I'm going to wait for the news. This one news? You mean there's this 10 a.m. 10 a.m. news. Yeah, no, look at this rejection on the higher time frame. Okay, and this was the zone that we were talking earlier that I don't think I will trade gold now that I think about it today. I can share you why. This happened in New York, yeah, after this. And this happened Asia. And this happened New York. Asia, New York. And this is now pre-New York. Volume and push up. Yeah, we still have momentum to go up. If we flip this, anybody maybe excited about sales on the 1 hour? It just has a small zone here, you know, you can see it clearly. As we flip after this big grab, oh wow, so good to be out of it. So good to be out of it. Look at this. After that big grab, if we flip, oh, look at the 5.
You know what? Actually, it reminds me yesterday. This is exactly happening with the yesterday scenario, I believe.
Yes, a little bit like that. Not so much in the sense that the What time is it? It is 8. When we were at 8, we were forming the support. So this time when we are 8, we're actually forming the resistance. So that's different. Which would point out to actually an actual fall, and this being the last liquidity grab just to fall. Now the thing with this is the 5 minutes really looks nice. The 15 minutes looks even better if it flips. And we do have like this small. How much do we have here? If that's the question. I don't. It's just that I don't want to go counter trending it. Even though this is now 2 rejections on the 15, this is now 2 official rejections. Yeah, kind of 1, 2 on the 30. I prefer to see structures, not really only 2 back-to-back candles. So I'm gonna stick to my bias of if I don't see a good buy entry, I'm not gonna take it. Maybe today might not even. So that's the other thing. Since I had this win here, and this early attempt, even with volume, I should. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm only gonna wait for candles to close above the zones to continue up, even if it fakes me out, and I will only take either the money trade or the continuation trade. I'm not gonna take any other trade. So if I don't see it, it's not gonna happen, and I'm not gonna go against the trend. So now I have way more rules for what I'm gonna attempt this, because I'm managing some money too, it's just a challenge. If I don't feel like I have the flexibility to, because when you're doing your own money, you really you don't care. I mean, you should care, but you don't have such a stress that you might have somebody on your back saying, hey, what's going on? Because I don't need it. But it's a challenge. Okay, let me share this on the YouTube. If the news can't impact macro fundamental sentiments, it most likely will just cause some choppy PA. Yeah. US has supply constraints, and that's been known by everybody. So unless the numbers are horrible or great, not much will be impacted. I have to run. Thanks, Joel. Have a great day. Hey, thanks, Maria. Have a great day too. What do we want to see here? Did the GJ thing happen? Oh, look at that. It didn't happen. Yeah, that's why, I'm telling you, I mean, it could still happen, but I'm telling you, I don't like this zone for just this. It still could happen, by the way. It's just I don't like the zone. And yeah, it could be the bottom of a uptrend trend line. I don't think this was correctly designed. When I close it, the cap, let me show this. Choose virtual background. Let me put none here. Oh, there you go. When I close this thing, it should have been in such a way that when I grab it, maybe it's for the, okay. Oh, this is maybe for the right hand. Okay. Oh, there you go. It's for right-handers. It's chilly here in Florida. So I think we could do a little bit more appropriate. Even though when I went to San Francisco, it was really cold. I took a picture right there, and it was really cold. I actually have the pictures around here. No trades today. Okay, let's redraw this, just since we are here and I have nothing to do right now, and I have my winning day. Gonna kind of take it easy here and just redraw the whole thing. Let's go from the weekly. So we have the weekly candle forming a bullish doji against a really strong zone. This one we discussed it many times. I don't fish or hunt. I used to fish. I used to fish a little bit in Puerto Rico, but that was a long time ago. And it was not with the thing this that you use. It was like with a can, and you know, poor man's fishing. The YouTube channel is co-education. Let me remove this. Put the blur here. Come back here and blah blah blah. Here. Yeah. We need a group trip to Puerto Rico. Oh, you went to Puerto Rico? I love it. I love it. I mean, half of my family is from there, so I have Puerto Rican blood. Let's go with the weekly. It is nice. Yeah, it's pretty much you know, they have beaches just as good as Dominican Republic, which is a lot to say. I mean, to me, because I've been to many beaches. I went to Cancun and Philippines. Actually, Philippines had a nice beach. Now that I think about it, but in Puerto Rico, it's the only one place that I can compare beaches like Punta Cana's beaches. Hey, Chandru. So we rejected the strong weekly zone. The zone is actually this one, now that I think about it. Here. Yeah, this is the weekly. So the structure is really clean cut. The only thing here is not so clean cut is that the weekly candle did this doji here inside of this, and there was a really big gap here that was filled and then rejected. So that means this is a tricky area. Even on the weekly, I can see it. Actually, that's also why this candle came all the way up here before coming down here. So this is a tricky area for sure on GJ. This, from the weekly, I can already tell it is a conflicting place. So what that price level seems to be 154,700. Yeah. So looks like that's a conflicting area for GJ. Now we have an 800 here. I remember that one. But if I want to make it a little bit more, maybe this is 700. Yeah, I think this is 700, around 700 on the higher time frame. I mean, limit is down here. So let's go to the daily. Daily looks, daily has the continue. Look at this. There's a gap down here and then full blast up. So the daily had a small support here that was formed. We broke above it, and then this is what we have. When we look left, we see a high velocity area. Oh, so if we flip here, yeah, we might have the steam to go up. But then this is, look at this. This is a mess coming down, but that might mean because this was such a strong bullish push that this was just gathering orders just to keep falling. So that actually would make sense. Most recent price action is high velocity either way. So daily looks bullish and grab liquidity. So if it flips back again, we might definitely see, you know, there's a high probability we'll see the top of the wick, but also the top of the structure. So here, up here is a level that is not only, oh, this is Fibonacci, nice. Long time I don't see that guy, Mr. Fibonacci. So here you have also a daily level. Curacao, I haven't been there. I guess I'll have to go there, right? Now on the weekly, now I'm noticing that this is something that makes more sense. So this, oh, 156, of course this makes more sense. This is one of the major levels of GJ, so of course it makes sense. Yeah, 156. Everybody knows that level. So this is what we have. We have a clean cut number here, which is 700. On the daily, we are kind of we closed above it. We have a daily that already kind of have already created some grabbing here. So maybe GJ is ready to keep going up, believe it or not. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. On the daily, it also makes sense because daily here was resistance. And it has been broken right now. Look at this. I'm not only looking at, so I look at the, look at this, at the wicks. I look at the ranges for the same reason that I mentioned that if you have a different liquidity provider, you're gonna have a different structure. But the pricing and the zones are a little bit more important, the same thing. So if we close above here, this might be the retracement to keep going up. So that is the logic on what I'm looking at. This is the top of the daily. If you look left, it was a resistance. So this might be the best kind of TP, if anything. But we might have enough velocity to reach out the 156. 156 is a major level. So, and if you notice, we have been visiting that level many times throughout, you know, GJ's history. And now, we are barely starting the week. Barely starting the week. So the next question is, if we are barely starting the week, if price wants to go up, do we have enough space, number one? And if it wants to go down, would it make sense? What that means is that if we flip this weekly candle, it makes sense that the first 2 days of the week is like the first 5 minutes of a 30-minute candle. Or yeah, pretty much. So that you want them to kind of go against you before coming your way. It kind of works like that with, let's say, the weekly, if anything. So the daily here, it is still bullish, so I wouldn't go against it anyways, unless I didn't, you know, I see something stronger. The 4-hour has a liquidity area that I had drawn before, but I can still clearly see it here. What that means here for me is that the bottom of the zone on the daily is like here. That's what that means for me. That's how I see it in my eyes. I just don't do it because it looks ugly, but visually. But in my head, this is what's going on. This whole thing is a rejection area. This is my way of seeing the markets. You know, people are gonna go deeper. This is maybe an order block, and the orders have been blah blah blah. I just watched the charts enough times. I drew zones. I noticed that when you have liquidity wicks and big wicks in one zone, price respected a lot, and sometimes it's gonna go all the way down to the zone, and sometimes it's gonna reject from the middle of it. It doesn't matter. You just have to look for the, you know, the right entry, and that after it rejects, usually cannot. You know, like the same way that if it falls from below here, then you might see a really nice drop here. Same way if it rejects from here, we might see that push here and maybe continue the rest of the week up here. So it's just if this, then we do this. If it doesn't, then we do that. Simple. 4-hour rejection. Oh, this is so now the drawing changed from yesterday. Right now the view is different. So this was the rejection, this was the other thing, this is what we broke up and we came up, this was blah blah blah, what is this, Asia. This was the rejection during New York, came down here, grab liquidity to go up, and now we are kind of grabbing yet again. My analysis for today, be complicated, look at the arrows. Yeah, I don't, like, just by looking at the arrows, this is literally what I just said. So we're pretty much looking at the same, right? Yeah. You respect this. From here, we see any rejection, we might get the continuation to here and here, which is, I think, pretty much the same zone, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not looking for sales either. cannot continue with the momentum. Sales after falling, okay, yeah, they're still playing the high time frame correction phase. Buys, not shown otherwise. Holding current lower time frame, deeper pullback is possible, but it will only buy above 154.5. And following the paper loans. No, I'm kidding. Price point low. That's price point, right? Perfect price line. Oh, you mean the perfect price line, meaning the round numbers. Targeting 155.5. 155.5. 2 colors on gold, that impulse buy. Now that I look at it, it was horrible. Yeah, it was horrible. I'm not, yeah, and so the reason why, so I canceled it, but also I didn't feel, obviously I didn't feel bad because I literally used 0. I used 0.3%. I really just wanted to see if I was in. I wasn't expecting much of it. But also because that's a rejection area, and because of what I mentioned earlier, look at this on the higher time frame. This zone is really strong. This zone goes all the way up here. Look left, look this. So even though we can, oh, it's actually, look at this, and it coincides with this way. So it's the same zone. So because of that, you are buying the resistance anytime you enter here. So in my head, like an alarm activated, like, you know what, you're buying a resistance. Unless you get a buy from down here again, or, you know, good entry here, it really doesn't make sense to buy right here. You know, as a scalper, you can get away with it, but you're literally buying a resistance zones. So, you know, I mentioned this. I just draw it. I just draw it like this because it looks nicer. So the way that I will trade live, and it, I think, like I said throughout the month. So hold me to it. Hold me to it, okay, guys? Because I have the impulse manners. I am, like I said yesterday, I'm okay. I am profitable even with impulse entries. But I want to see how I do if I only take really confirmed trades. Because when I take confirmed trades, what I'm planning to do is go a little bit harder. Oh, this is nice. Oh, I wasn't looking at this on the thing here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Oh, this is below the area that we were talking about. Oh, now the rejection was valid. Wow, look at that. 30 minutes. So nice. Let me see. Also, yeah, we have space. Look at this. We have space. So yeah, this is a little bit messy. Let me do something here. Let me clean this up. We have here 4 hour. We have here the, let me put this here. We have here the, look at this. This is the same place where it grabbed liquidity, which is the same place where we had this. And I think, yeah, it is the same place all over around. Okay, so that's nice. And here we had a support that also, so you see this? This is how I remember 2019, this is what I noticed the first time ever, that if you draw within 4 hours resistance and support, usually that is around the size of a daily resistance area. Around the size. It doesn't mean you always do that. I'm just saying that was an observation. So that means is, you know, all of this is resistance. So now we have space to correct. The 4 hour formed a nice support here. Really nice support here. When you look left, it wasn't even that low. It just that it was grabbing liquidity. It was actually around here. This is counter trending, but it is confirmed a little bit. I'm still not gonna take it, but it's really nice. I'm gonna wait for the continuation buys if they happen. 1 hour looking like this. We have a small stop here, and the next, I always ask myself when was that this happened and why. So this is the next. I don't even know where to put this. I'm gonna shrink this. How do you? Let me see. Oh yeah, you can move it like this. Okay. Okay, nice. So this is what we're gonna do for now. To have space. So we have a small area here on the 1 hour. We have 30 minutes, a little bit choppy, not like we would wanted it, but that was has to have a reason, right? This was wow. It really doesn't have so much of a reason, because to be honest, this was London push, and it did this. So you know, I would expect this actually on London push, and it actually happened pre-London, and then this was London push, and now we're falling. So anybody that grabbed sales, you know, congratulations. They really look really nice. This was the last tap to grab liquidity. I'm not gonna counter trend today, so you know, but they don't look so bad. February me would have been taking maybe the sales, but not. I mean January me, but not February. So if you grab the sales, good for you. It's a little bit choppy here, so be careful. Just that's all I can say. All I can say here. It's a little bit choppy, but just careful with that. In the sense that if you didn't take entries earlier, you maybe don't want to be in a deep drawdown to this area before maybe continue going down, or if we're gonna continue going up, because then that's the other thing. I'm just waiting for a support to be formed still to this moment, and the support might come in New York and NYC, because I just noticed. I remember that because I woke up late today, I might be expecting something different. I'm gonna place this here. How low can we go before we break the 4-hour structure? How low can we go before we break the 4-hour structure? Hey, have a great day, Sander. How low can we go before we break the 4-hour structure? Gonna be checking up what's going on. Oh, nobody's gonna say, guys. It's just we've talked about it. Look at structure. Where's the previous lower low of the structure on the 4-hour? When was the last time 4-hour formed a really nice support? $17.97, 17,800. Yeah. Okay, so makes sense. Why you say 800? The last support we formed was down here, right? Why am I grabbing Fib? I don't know what's going on. Fibonacci likes me so much. Here. And I'm a gamer. I shouldn't have such a sloppy clicking. You know. Here. So last time price created a nice support to continue going up. You see 1, 2, 3, 4 candles against it, and big wicks even was here. So we can reject any place inside of this zone, especially here or here, even here, which is because this is gold, and still be in a bullish uptrend on the 4-hour. So keeping that in mind, my point is that anything that you grab here for sales, for sales, it's still counter trending, even if it looks nice. So that's my point. Remember that the daily, even though we tapped into the area, we still have the upper area all the way up here for the daily range to maybe meet. You see this candle wick? 1, 2, 3, all of them, and all of them, they close really down below here. Look at this. So that means that in a day, we can see this range coming all the way up here. And that might, you know, that's still a probability to go there. So keeping that in mind, we have the wick here, and we have a really strong daily zone up here at the limit. So yeah, I have space to make a decision today. Safer decision. Anything I see looks like a buy, might be interested in taking it. So I'm not gonna rush anything else. No more unless they really make sense. This one from yesterday, I keep repeating, man. This one made sense, all the sense in the world. That's why I took it. But if I see something like that, I think I might go for it. If I don't see something like that, then I'm not. Because this one was so clean. It was like it was just so evident in the sense that it doesn't mean it will happen every single time. It just means that probably we're so high that it made sense. Because you had so many rejections in strong sections, during strong sessions, that when the stronger session came up, it just made sense that if we formed a support and we did not fall because they were many attempts, that meant that we were gonna go up. So, you know, it just made sense with everything pretty much. This one, like I said earlier, it's not necessarily a good continuation because we had already 2 small rejections, but it's not the same as looking left and looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 throughout like 48-hour period. It's not the same. The more a price taps into a zone, so maybe you've heard this, and you know, believe me, I came from like 4 academies, so. You always hear this, that the more a price taps into a zone, it makes it stronger. Well, there's a flip side to it. If you tap a zone twice, it confirms the zone, and yes, it just confirms it is a strong zone. But also, if you tap it way too many times, well, also you have to keep in mind, and there's a really important factor there to consider, that if you're coming up into a high volume session, especially New York, which is my golden session for the breakout, if you see a formation nearby the resistance and price does not want to leave the resistance soon, by the time that high volume comes, there's a high probability you're gonna break it. I said a mouthful there, but you know, just replay the stream, replay the YouTube. You're gonna get it if you didn't get it the first time, because it's just that when you go to the chart, you're gonna notice what I say. There is a higher probability of price breaking a really strong zone when you are in between, when you are coming with high volume and you had previous high structure rejections. The longer the consolidation, the bigger the break. Yes, just like this one. Look at this. This thing here. On the 4 hour looks like this, but look at this on all the other time frames. Grabbing orders coming up. And even this one. Look at this. Came here, boom, came here again, boom. And this is the definition of what I was saying. Remember yesterday when I said this tells me we're gonna go up? Said it many times, that's why I was so fixated into buys. This was because when I looked left, I see this candle to perfection, closing in the same place with level. Those two candles closing to perfection here, and this was high volume. This was a high volume candle, and it came to perfection to here to reject. So that meant to me in my head that this was the whole thing here was a zone. So the moment it did this, it just letting me know, okay, you know what, we are ready. So the moment we grabbed that little bit more liquidity, it just blew up. Oh yeah, same thing. That's what I would be expecting. This extra candle here doesn't mean much to me right now, to be honest, because when I look left, it's not like we had like a perfect, you see only two perfect on the 1 hour, but that doesn't mean much. You need structured rejections to perfection. So this would make more sense. This was the one that I drew before. This one would make more sense in the future if we see another tap here, and then later during the month we see another tap here, but a rejection closes below here, blah blah blah. The next time we are around here and it is New York time zone session, then you have a higher probability you're gonna break up. So that would be kind of like the concept, if anything. What time is it? Oh, we're about to close the 4 hour. Nice. I'm gonna wait for the 4 hours to close that side. 4 hour looks like could be closing as a doji, but also no, look at this. Looking more and more like a buy. How much do you think zones matter in terms of higher, lower time frame? You know, smaller zones are definitely weaker. Okay, so what I noticed, I mean, this is just me, okay, this is just my opinion. What I noticed is higher time frame zones are really important because they give you the overall bias that you need. As scalper, you only need to know where the next, or high, you don't need to know, you only need to know the probabilities of the next 30-minute candle direction. So that's why you only need pretty much the previous 4 hour candle, almost. Now, when you know that there's a strong zone on the higher time frame, it gives you a lot of utility, because now you know that you might expect like a lot of volatility, or you might expect choppy price action. So if you see a high velocity area on the higher time frame, like this one here, and like this one out on the upside of this, now you have a higher. So now you know you could leave runners, and then you could take TP on a higher, maybe with more probabilities of them happening if they get inside of here, because this is like an avenue. This is a choppy neighborhood, and this is like the avenue. This is like highway or whatever. So higher time frames, they are all strong if you know how to trade them, because if you trade on the 5 minute or the 1 minute, the moment you have a confirmed support or whatever with the higher time frame bias, then you can take your sell. Like for here, 5 minute did this on GJ, and if you see as a 5 minute player that you had 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections on the 5 minutes, then this makes sense for a sell down to here. See what I'm saying? So the other thing that I noticed on the time frames is that the lower time frames structure, like on the lower time frames, you have the ability to see the structure faster. And when you see like a double rejection on the 4 hour and the 5 minute, or like bullish engulfing and all of those names that we know, I noticed that they actually matter more the lower you go, not really the higher you go. I can make my case here. Look at this. You see this? I think I said it yesterday. Was it here or was it? Yeah, it was here. Look at this. Could have entered. 15 minute. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm eyeing for buys, but I'm gonna wait for it to close above here. If we flip the candle and maybe break above the 4 hour, I think I might go for it because we grabbed enough liquidity now. And this is, let me make this a little bit more aesthetic. We had this, yeah, so GJ today, this is what I'm looking at. Remember this liquidity zone that we had drawings this morning? Gonna make it a little bit more like this, or how did I have it? Yeah, it's still there, but whatever. If we break above here and form a support, closure above specifically here. When was this fake out? It was New York, but we had rejections here. And when was this? This was London. And this is pre-New York. This is London, pre-New York, and this is Asia. So New York brought the price here. Asian session retapped. London people got their move. Maybe New York people want their move now. Yeah, okay. Let's see, I mean, I'm gonna go for the safer entry, which is gonna be above here. Even though we have this going on here, in between, it's only 12 pips, not so excited, but for a higher time frame, oh wow, it broke the whole day, 4 hour, but the daily broke. No, it doesn't. Okay, it didn't. Okay, so yeah, above here maybe safer buys. It's just this is messy. If you really want safe, really safe buys, you would just want to break above here, like up here. On the 1 hour you can see it. This is an intermediate zone, sort of. So you know, up here, above here, safer buys. Down here, this is a choppy area. Inside of here, I don't want to be inside of here. This is a high liquidity area. When you see weekly on my chart, you have a big zone of, you know, choppiness and stuff, because this is a daily and weekly kind of confluence. So I'm not looking for this. I don't like this. I like maybe this. Have more space here. 20 pips at least. But actually, we just tapped here, but this is a stronger area, I remember. So most likely, if we're gonna revisit, here all the way up here. So, you know, from here to here, we might see the move. If anything happens, there's at least 30 pips there. I don't think today is, I don't see anything clean today so far. Yeah, I don't see anything so exciting. We might be forming the support here. Why is it red? It was a daily? Why is it red? It was some sort of a daily. It wasn't. Why do I have that red there? It's more of a 4 hour, if anything. So the 30 minutes on the 1 hour maybe. Yeah, that's the strongest one, if anything. Yeah, so no interest. 15 is kind of drawing an entry for the buy entry. We are about to close the 4 hour. It looks like 4 hour wants to close a doji, right? Sort of, yeah. Oh, that was the week. Oh god, it was held. Interesting. That makes sense. We have music in the YouTube channel, but on Zoom I cannot do it because it becomes too high. It sounds too high. Zoom they have like an issue with the sound. 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes on gold. It's choppy, but it looks like a continuation going up. But like I said, it's just that the choppiness inside of it, I don't like it. Let me do this to make it clear. So we might be forming here. Retesting a support here. One hour closing like a doji, yeah, and the four hour too. Closing some sort of a what they call it, spinning top or something like that. It has a name. Just it's just a little bit
Spinning
useless.
Top.
What?
It is called spinning top.
Yeah, spinning top. It's a little bit useless because of what I said. Here you might see a spinning top, and in another trade broker you might see, I don't know, doji. And another one you might see a whole bullish candle. I mean, or bearish candle. So it's not too. Yeah, today is really slow. The formation that I'm looking for. This is not too bad. Like if we form a support, this is not too bad at all. It's just that we're about to open NYSE, and if you're not positioned correctly during the opening of NYSE, you might get faked out. Because the problem is, the moment you open NYSE, that very same moment you start entering into a different price action behavior. Good morning, guys. Today the market is a bit slow. Yeah, it is slow. We should not be forcing any trades today. No force. No force in trades. The moment you open NYSE, you notice that the 30-minute candles ranges, they don't matter as much. The previous ones, at least. This one was like really high volatility, so that was weird. But the zones, they don't matter as much at NYSE on the 30-minute at least. because the price starts to move way too fast and aggressively. So yeah. So unless you buy and sell zones, not much to do. Yeah, during NYSE Open, which is a half an hour, what I used to, so this is what I used to do when NYSE would open. I would come to this chart, see what would make sense, and then after that, and depending on what I see there, then I would make some decisions, and then after 10:30 or 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m., then I would proceed to take entries again, like if it was pre-New York, pre-NYSE. Because 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m., the candle that ends between 10:30 and 11 a.m., and mostly 10:30, is kind of like the last high volume candle that might do something weird or fishy. And after that candle, whenever, you know, if that candle close below or above a zone, then you can make a decision. And you can see that many times. You can see it like here, for example. Let's see the 30-minute candle here. So look at this. So 10:30 candle that ends at 11. It closed bearish but above the zone. So now you can pretty much, you know, come up with the high probability decision that if we have another closure against the zone, price is gonna continue above this zone, which means continue going up. When you go to the next 30-minute candle here, so this 30-minute candle rejected against the zone. So what that means is that if you see another rejection against that zone, you can go with sales. Now, there was so much bullish momentum that it took all of this structure to create the sell. So the sell actually happened like in Asia. But my point is, you want to watch out for the strong zones. And then when, you know, the 10:30, and for the rest of that day, there was no trade anyways, because it's not gonna happen every single day. But there was no trade because it was a really strong momentum on the bullish side of it. So you don't want to go against the trend. But if you see a double rejection like this one, you see, and it is a strong zone, then it makes sense. But then let me see here. I think I saw it somewhere else here. Oh, look at this. 10:30, look at this. 10:30, where did it close? Below the zone. So now you can aim the next zone. It closed below the zone, and the next zone is here. It was coming down. Well, I mean, this was clean. But there, my point is, now after that candle, now you can put your stop loss, maybe using the same structure. Okay, previous candle, all of that. But before that, look at the sizes of those candles and look at the sizes of the following candles. See? So it's just kind of like you want to wait out the mania of the New York Stock Exchange Open. And we have another one. No, we don't have any other recent one here, but we might have another one here. Let me see. Oh, look at this. Look at this. 10:30 again. 10:30 candle. Look at your sell right there. Continuation. You can do it at the top of the candle, you can do it at the structure, whatever you like. Would have been 2R. And a runner maybe. So there you have one, 10:30 again. Where is it? There. Which is the one that ends at 11, if you noticed. Look at this. Here. And on that one, yeah, this one would have been not so excited unless you grab the pullback, because the zone range was really low. Anyways, you see the concept. Yeah. So that's it. So now this is what I see. This is what I would be looking for, right? Hey, good morning, Clifford. This is what I would see. Like if we open New York, what would make sense for price to do? Well, it would make sense for price to visit here again. For price to visit here again, maybe create or grab some liquidity, and might end up tapping here. So the only issue with that is that within the 4 hour, we might see a visit here and still a push all the way up here. I mean, there's a probability for it because you just look left and you see price have done that before, right? So the only issue with that is that you might see it happening really fast. So if you want to grab it, you might want to go to the 5 minutes, see something that makes sense on the 5 minute, and blah blah blah. Yeah, so that's how I would approach NYSE Open, because the scalping method during NYSE is a little bit tricky. Do you trade GA? I used to trade GA a lot, and but 5 minute looks like a continuation going down, right? Minute was it? Not really. I mean, if it taps again here and rejects this again, even on the 5 minute, and it creates like a support again, then that might be the early confirmation, let's say. But you want to see this kind of closing above here. And if you want to get sales, then you want to see this closing below here for continuations. We form resistance here. I think we can sell, but the range is not good. Yeah, this is choppy. Yeah. This is not good at all. Like I said, I mean, for GJ, I would be more excited at the top of this structure here. Whatever happens up above here. Now, early buys. Yeah, it's just, I don't like it. I just don't like the way it looks. This is noisy. This is way too much noise. This is better up here. This on here is better. So probabilities up here are better for whatever you want. Even this is choppy inside of here. This is choppy here. This on the 1 hour. Look at this. This is like a level here. If it closes above, yeah, but look at this. Then the zone of the 1 hour, all of those candles, they go up and they still reject the inside. So, you know, there's no, let's say, that's not a good sign. And then the 4 hour structure is kind of like here. So, we don't have to trade every day. I mean, I don't have to trade every day. I had my wins for today now that I think about it, so what am I saying? I'm still saying, yeah, you don't have to trade every day. I don't have to trade every day. Especially not after you already got some wins. So why risk a really good win with a bad trade? Because it's not that you cannot trade if you already had a win. It's just that if you have such a clean like this one that I just woke up to. I woke up to this one, you know, was it there? Yeah, it was something like that. I have to check on the, oh, I have it here, drawn here too. Yeah, that one. 1804 was around here. Why did I have it there? I have to look left maybe. See what's going on. Oh, maybe because of this. Yeah, because when I'm sleeping and I leave a buy stop, I don't like to leave it too open because I cannot manage risk. So since I'm not awake, I prefer, like, if this is the zone, I take profits really early just to make sure that I take the profits. That's it. So my point is, if this was such a good entry, such an easy entry, and it won, stop loss was here below this. If this was such a good entry, why should I risk a bad entry on oh, this is not looking so bad on gold, but a bad entry inside of here, even if this looks like a buy entry right now. If I see too much shoppiness, then why risk it? What is this? 9 a.m. 4-hour close, doji, but it grabbed liquidity, so that's important to continue going up. One hour makes sense. Now we are in a high volume area. No, my main bias on GJX remains buying, because this, remember, this was a really strong liquidity area here. Let me just put this, because this doesn't look good. Now we have it here. So this is the limit of that area, and this is the other limit. Now, if we're gonna continue going up, this makes sense. 1, 2, 3 structure 1 hour rejections, and on the 4 hour you have 1, 2, a tap. So it might make sense that if we break now above this with high volume, that we are actually gonna visit here today. Okay, so that is a better idea for me. I don't need to be a hero inside of here. Okay. If not, then there's no trade today. This is the rejection I think that I was looking for. 30-minute. Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, that's the 4 hour. Yeah, it looks like that. If we break the support, we have a clear range to the left. Yeah, it looks like that. This has some fundamentals there, so that's useful. Yeah. Okay. Oh, look at this. Gold. So we might visit now this area again. So this might be it. I think that was maybe, this is what, the 30-minute candle? I like it. I actually like it. For this to visit here again. I actually like this as a buy entry. Yeah, I checked the previous one you sent. Yes, it looks like it. I mean, this week is a little bit of an issue. This is the 1 hour. Yeah, because that week is still the limit of the support zone, but with volume, we should be able to break it. I would just be careful with, you know, with this. Maybe take profits, or if you have space there, and leave a runner. I'm gonna wait for this to. We have now a support. Let me see the 15-minute. 15-minute is not looking bad at all. So the only thing is, yeah, rejection, and this is a small area here. So we might have steam to continue going up. Now the question is, would it make sense on the daily one? This is the weekly, this is the daily. daily candle has moved already. Wow, it's moved enough. 130 pips, 166. And this is a high velocity area, so yeah, it actually makes sense to at least visit there. And then here, let me see a 4 hour, what is going on. But this is a 4 hour bearish doji, so you like, that's the thing that is gonna, making me a little bit hesitant to maybe see if we're gonna visit here, and then from here or here is that price wants to go up, because we're about to open NYSE. So that's the part I don't like to do. I don't like to trade NYSE. Like, really rarely do I enter NYSE open. When I enter is because I have such a good entry that I feel confident that I can pull it off. At the break of 4 hour to buy gold. At the break of 4 hour to buy gold. Break of this one or this one. At the break of which one? First one. So this would be this thing. I mean, 5 minutes is just giving away, hey, I want to go up. That's what 5 minutes is saying all the time here. Look at this. One here, another here, support higher than this one inside the same zone. That's what 5 minutes is saying. Maybe I'm not too excited about a trade because I woke up to a good trade and I don't see the thing that I'm looking for. So, that might be a factor. I don't necessarily see what I'm looking for. The only reason why I don't see what I'm looking for is because of this. If we had straight up candles coming from here to up here, and then this from here to here, then I would be more excited about the entry by here to go here again. Even if it happens, which it might, but when you go, I mean, the 1 hour is kind of, but then look at this. It's a bearish one. The 4 hour, I think it was bearish, yeah. 1 hour was a bearish with liquidity grab from here and out down here, which is not weird for gold anyways. So that's not so weird. Yeah, I don't aim necessarily for pips. I aim zones. Yesterday I was saying that I don't care to place a 25 pip stop loss if I'm gonna get 52. So I go for zones, and I go for RR. I go for this relationship here. I aim at least 1-to-1. Try to make it at least 1-to-1 unless it is a tricky area. In runners, preferably 2 or 5. This is when I'm scalping. When I'm swing trading, I go for over 2. A good book. I mean, this one. So this book was good for me just for one main thing, which is, let me remove the thing here. There. So this book right here It was not good because I'm not using their the entries that he teaches, or none of that. It was good for me because when I read it, I was in the phase where I was transitioning to becoming like a real, dedicated full-time trader. And I came up with a conclusion on my own, and this book confirmed that conclusion. So sometimes you read a book and and the book gives you all the value that you paid for in just one chapter or even one phrase. And on this one, it is a good book. I mean, it gives you a lot of, but he trades daily, so this is not for scalpers. Okay, so this is more for maybe swing traders. So he gives a lot of examples. But the book gave me a confirmation on something that I figured out, but that I wasn't sure maybe if I was the only one doing it. And he literally, there's like one chapter around there that I do remember kind of confirmed a bunch of stuff that I was doing. So it helped me with my confidence there, I might say. But it's good. I mean, teaches a lot of price action stuff here. Naked trading. I mean, naked forex is just no indicators. Just for fun, let me do this. Activate some indicators here. The awesome oscillator too. Let me see, where is it pointing at? Do I have it on or don't we? Don't I? Oh, there we go. Just for fun. Yeah, I remember trading this a lot. Oh, he gave good entry. He gave a good entry here. Would have worked. It's still not giving a confirmed entry here. Let me see the 1 minute. Yeah, not even in the 1 minute. Actually, 1 minute is giving sales. So the indicator is actually giving sales on the 1 minute. The moment this flips to the bearish side and bounces, it is already bouncing from the 200 EMA. So if it breaks below here, it means there's a confluence with the indicator. I used to, so this was the first time I was ever profitable, was because of this strategy. It's such a dumb strategy, but it works so much that it's just stupid how much it works. But I did it on the 50-minute and the 30-minute chart. I think I taught this thing. You can teach this to a kid and the kid would be profitable. At least 65% of the time. So I have a student, and the worst success rate with this strategy was 64 or something percent that you win, and it's an R of 1 to 3, so 1.3. So it is positive R. It was just really dumb how easy you would win with this, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that I didn't know what was going on. I was just taking the trade based on this. Like, for example, let me see if it gave me an entry here. I would have waited for this. Yeah, it gave a really nice entry. It actually gave the same entry, now that I think about it. Would have been 1, 2 here. 1, 2 here. Literally. But okay, so it would have been giving the entry, but it would have given the entry a little bit later, which makes sense. So the entry instead of here, which price, literally I got it with price option, it would have been here, the entry. According to the strategy. And then it would have been like 1.3. This is for band, for games. So many indicators, man. There was one indicator that I remember a friend of mine found, and let me see if it's still working. What was it? We are 7 minutes away from the opening, so that's what I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen. It looks it's looking more and more like a sell, okay? This was a good one, I remember. When I was into kind of testing, I think this one was really BWAP. Was it BWAP? Or was it, it was BWAP, right? Let me see. Where is the BWAP? No, it wasn't the BWAP. No. No, what was it? It was, this one was really easy. This one tells you literally where you enter, where you get out. Literally. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You remember where the other one gave you the entry? This one gives you the entry the same place. Look at this. And look at this. So that's the deal with the indicator. So the place where I took profits by naked trading, number one, I entered earlier, which is a better R, and it's the same place where I left. Now the indicator gave me the entry here, and it gave me the exit here at the bullish candle. Look at this, same place. But instead of me doing it by the time I woke up, I would have to be waiting all of this before it tells me to get out. So that's the deal with indicators, right? This one supposedly is, oh, look at this. It's not even that good. 37% profitable, if, according to this. So I guess that if you confluence when it gives you to enter and that it makes sense with price action, maybe that works. I don't know. Man, I'm playing here right now. I'm just wasting my time while I wait for the opening. Fibonacci trading. Fibonacci works just because you're literally waiting for the same thing that price action people are waiting, unless you're buying zones on Fibonacci, which is a different goal, whole different gameplay. Fibonacci, the question that I always ask is, I used to use Fibonacci, but it's just, how do I know that I'm gonna buy the limit or not? That I'm gonna place the sell limit or not, or the buy limit, And it's tricky because really, if you really want to do Fibonacci correctly and make the most out of it, you're supposed to go to the 1 hour. So look, this is Fibonacci. I can tell you, I teach Fibonacci. I used to use it. So this is Fibonacci. You do this. This is my Fibonacci setup, by the way, that I created. You see? I use it, honestly, it works like a charm on crypto, so I still use it, but just for crypto. Because it is good to know more or less when you have a all-time high, if we break, where we could go. I think people use Fibonacci's for that on crypto because too many times it went straight to my points and rejected from there. So I think crypto people use Fibonacci for sure because I'm a crypto one. Anyways, so 3 minutes away. Oh, there you go. So look at this. So Fibonacci, this is what you're supposed to do. You go to the 1 hour and you want to trade on the 1 hour. Okay, so if you have your zone mark here, by the way, it confluences with the 50%, you want to see if it's going to bounce from the 30 or the 50. But for that, you're not supposed to do it within the first 1 hour. You have to go really lower, like 15 minutes, right? So the moment you go to the 15, then you wait for the confirmation and then you get the entry here, for example. And you have to get it as early as possible so you can confirm on the 5 minute. Maybe the 5 minute one was the closure of this one that closed above here and didn't, and after rejection, or you waited for this one. Now this one is giving it the last entry setup for this Fibonacci, by the way, if you were doing Fibonacci. So this would have been the Fibonacci entry. You're supposed to aim it to, there you go, 1.75, and potentially, let's see if it it confluences with the daily. So and potentially run it up to there. So that would be Fibonacci entry. Now, why is my Fib on the trading view not the same as yours? Um, because this one I configured by my own. I like it the way it looks, this one. And on FIB, there's a trick. You have to make sure you grab the whole range of motion from the very top, from the very bottom to the very top of the range of motion if you want to use Fibonacci's. And so let's see if this Fibonacci works, for example. Supposedly. I'm not taking this, by the way. This is the opening of NYSE, so I'm in no trade. US 30, I don't do US 30, but there's one thing I did with the S&P thing here, which was I was expecting this one. I drew it, and this one I was expecting a rejection from here when it was here, and it literally did that. So that was a good observation from me. And I said that in my head that if we see another, another rejection from any area above this, the S&P is gonna go up, and I noticed that it's going up. So I'm trying to just eyeballing it to see if I understand it. Because I used to trade S&P way before, and it made me good money, but I also lost a lot of money because the pips were really aggressive on the pricing, and I didn't have, I wasn't testing with like a big enough account and stuff like that. The US 30 is looking like it's just gonna go up. I mean, that's what it looks like. There's a lot of bullish momentum. Look at this zone up here. What is this? What price is this? Is 500? Yeah, 500. This is what I mean. The stages are rather below or above. Yes. Oh, you figured it out? Okay. Yeah, because I did this. What is this? With the fibs, what I did was this. When you do this, and you draw, double click on them, and you can put values here and change colors. You can change color. So I placed, oh, so the fib is working. Okay. Nice. Look at this. I mean, now we have high volume, so now the buys actually make a lot of sense. I didn't like kind of like the chopping, kind of like the sizes of the candles inside of here, but it really looks like a buy entry in all the ways possible. So if you grab this one, congratulations. I mean, it really looks nice. It looks like it should maybe continue going up. Looks heavy algo trade is going on gold. Why? On the 1 minute? Oh,
Yes.
look at this. Okay. I'm not in that trade, by the way. I mean, I said it many times just in case. Even if it wins, I'm not in it. Okay, I'm just observing this from the outside. Oh, look at that. Wow. So imagine this breaking below here and just crashing into here. As per the book, 10 essential, if it bounces off 50, it is supposed to go up to the ones. Let's see if it does that. Yeah, let's see if this fib works. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna take trades today, by the way, because I already took my trade this morning and I was asleep, and I had my I have my bag. And this attempt, I closed it pretty much at break even, so I'm good. Maybe that's why I'm so relaxed. I don't know. Let's see. Just yeah, but that's the thing, with Fibonacci is there's a one thing that it has to make sense. I always say that, like context matters absolutely every single time with trading. Context. Like for example, this is really, 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 really unlikely or really high. No, there's a really low probability. Even if you see it here, it makes sense here, right? There's a really low probability, not gonna lie, that if we bounce from the 50 like we are bouncing right now, that we're gonna go up here. If it happens, it's a fluke. And I can show you why. That's a really unlikely scenario or low probability. Just look left. Go to the daily, look left. And what do you see? And that is the real question. This makes more sense. Like if you're gonna use fibs, I would say you have to combine it with another indicator called common sense. So I wouldn't write a book stating stuff like that, is all I'm saying. I would use the common sense indicator, meaning if you're gonna get it and you're gonna get the entry like we just did, I mean, I'm just watching it, right? So this makes more sense, the 27%, right? So I like it like this because then I see green earning profits, and that's a percentage move, right? Because all of these are percentages. So this makes more sense, not this one. This one doesn't make sense. This is literally above the break. You know what happens if we get all the way up here? There's a really high probability. I mean, well, we have this tab when I would have to see what the heck happened that day. But disregard this for a little bit. Maybe that's a news or something. If we break above the 61 or tap here where the 61 right now is, there's a high probability you're gonna go up here. So you would actually, be in this zone range here. So that would be my advice. I'm not saying you. I'm talking to whoever wrote that book. Is that I'm guessing. So this is what I'm guessing. I'm guessing he actually points out in the book that you have to combine it with price actions and so on. Maybe he said there's a high probability that many times when you bounce from the 50 you get to the 61. Maybe that's also the phrasing. I don't know, because I don't know I haven't read the book. So that's all I can say. Like it has to make sense. It has to make sense. This one makes sense. If we bounce from here, this one makes sense. If we break above here, this one makes sense. There you go, GJ, the buy. Oh, it's breaking above the 4 hour. Like, who was it that said that if we break above? Yeah, maybe there you go. GJ looked better for buys, in the sense that this is a really strong support zone. But I still didn't like too much this choppiness here, even though this was the relevant price action. So I don't know. And maybe, like I said, maybe because I'm so relaxed that I didn't want to take trades unless they're really, really high probability. Maybe that's why. Like if you wait a little bit longer, you go to whatever you have to do today and you come back and you find price closing out. You see this is a fake out, right? Now the fake out, you notice this is the 1030. Look at this. Boom. So you wait for the 1030 and now it's the 11 a.m. candle, the ones that starts at 11 a.m. kind of closes above this. Now you have less probability that it's gonna crash again and more probability that you're gonna go up. So yeah, that's it. That would be a better entry for me, at least. If this is going up, does that mean that gold is gonna go down? Maybe. Oh, a little bit more like it, right? Oh, let me go to this one. Sorry, to this chart. Oh, that's still the fib. Oh, there you go. That's still the fib. Oh, if it flips now after this liquidity, yeah, there's a really high chance we're gonna see this today for sure. I mean, oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, that's the move. Nice. Let's see if it happens. I mean, interesting. A lot of consolidation here. Whatever breaks above or below is gonna most likely move a little bit fast. Oh, look at that. This is like a movie for me. That's like a movie right now.
One minute candle is 24 pips.
Imagine that. Yeah, but that's because we're opening markets, right? That's what I'm saying. You don't want to be kind of like inside. Oh, crap. Oh, look at this. Wow. Look at this, the opening candle. Loop. And maybe that's now the continuation. I don't know. I don't trade this. I'm just going to see. Yeah, we got the news, and maybe that one will affect this one, right? I don't know much about the indexes anyway, so about indexes, that's not my area. So maybe above here. Let me see. What do we have left? Looking left. Oh, we don't have anything. Oh, this all-time high. Oh no. Oh, look at this. And this rejected all the way up to here. I mean, I don't trade this, but I would be aware of this. Okay, so you trade indexes? Nice. Okay, so makes sense, right? That if we are waiting for news. I don't know. Have to learn like Beso. He's really good with the US 30 game. Oh, look at this. So the fib people is not gonna be happy here, right? Fib people, I don't think they will be too happy, because if this breaks below this, we're coming down. Like if it breaks below here, it's actually a good potential good entry, right? Let me see. I just don't like this. But we formed here, confirmed support here. We confirmed support here. We man, oh man, oh man. That really looks tasty. But I will wait. I will wait. For sure I will wait. Somebody was telling me or asking me about how do you shut off Magic Keys sound. I think you do that around here. I remember doing it. Tapes counters, percentage of account, fixed lot size, blah blah blah. I do percentages and I risk 1%. There you go. That's all I do. And 2% when I feel really good about a trade. I think we're gonna fall on gold. 15 minute. If 15 minute closes below, I think I'm gonna go in for the sell, and that will be my trade for today. Alerts. There you go. Look at this. You do this, and then you're done. And you just save it. That's how you change it. 1% setup. Yes, replace. And also when you do the, what is it, the TP thing. Oh, look at this. So FIPS, the FIP people lost today. So the game, they lost on the game. Now, I know that a FIP person might tell me, oh, but you have to go to the 1 hour and wait for 1 hour bullish candle. Yeah, I know. You could wait for it, but you're supposed to grab it earlier. So there you go. Oh, the move. Look at this. 15 minutes is gonna complete the move before even giving me the chance. So maybe I'm not gonna take any trade today. Okay. And keep in mind that we are on a bullish trend, so NYSE might come here to visit, and then around 10:30, what time is it? Yeah, around 10:30 the thing that I mentioned, you might see the rejection and then the continuation for the rest of New York session all the way up here, either here or even here. So be aware of we are in a bullish trend. So 15-minute close right below it. Tap here might mean that then from here it's gonna flip and continue coming down here, but it closed really like down below there. Would it make sense to reject from here? Would it make sense? Interesting. Yeah, 1 hour looks nice to continue going down the last 15 minutes. And 15 minute also looks nice. 5 minute is looking nice for a revisit here before falling. Yeah. Will you take the sell? This is not exactly how I wanted it to be. Like I really wanted 15 minutes a little bit closer to here and then the visit to continue down, but it is not a bad sell. I don't feel compelled today to trade because today we have the news in like 10 minutes. I don't know if that news is gonna affect that so much, but maybe because I secure my money early, maybe I don't feel like I want to do it. So guys, just see if it makes sense to you and go for it. And yeah, I mean, you are going, we have a nice bearish movement right now, but I'm not excited about counter trending anyways. Like I would be more excited about this finishing the move here, forming a support here, and that would be more exciting to me. Because now the entry sale that I wanted didn't really happen the way I wanted it, so I'm okay to. I feel okay with just maybe waiting this out. This maybe visit here and from here rejects again on the 5 minute, 15 minute. If it rejects, because then sometimes you grab liquidity just to go up. Like if you see this coming from here and breaking above here, then this is happening today, most likely. At least from here to here. If we break again after this visit here, we're visiting here. So I'm more excited about buys. That's period. That's what I really am kind of like more into it. And if you look at the 4 hour, this is what you have. 4 hour last zone of resistance that now may become a support is this one. The same place. So here, a good support here is a really good entry for me. here also, okay, so this is all I can say, because I might be leaving also because I have to do a couple of really important things now. If I see a support being formed here, and it is maybe like after 11 a.m., like after the 10:30 thing that I mentioned, for sure I'm gonna take an entry. Just have to make a little bit of sense. I'm just gonna go for it. Why didn't I take the buy entry here? Because this was factor number one. Factor number two, all the 1 hours were closing bearish. And yeah, so the 30-minute was not so convincing to me at this moment, because this was this was aggressive. So if we either form a support here or even here, and now we close above here, what is this? Why do I have a green? Is it a 4-hour thing? Oh, it is a 4-hour thing. Okay, so it's like around here. Oh, yeah, perfect. Okay. Oh, there you go. So that is a confluence there. Okay, so here. So that means that this zone here is actually a little bit stronger. So what that means is, if this candle from here flips up, then should have enough orders in to move up to here, and maybe here, and then here, rest of the week or so. So that would be it. If we flip this one, if we don't form a support here, or if we form a support here, now gold being gold can literally tap at the beginning of the structure and still be bullish. That's something I learned from gold a long time ago, so just keep that in mind. And also remember that you do not have to trade every single day. So that's the other thing. You do not have to trade every single day. You don't have to trade. You trade if the setup is there, but if not, okay, so I think I'm gonna call it at that. Call it a day. What time is it? It's gonna be 10. Yeah. So yeah, not a good trading day for me. Didn't find what I was looking for. Like I said, yeah, maybe a visit down here, a formation of support here might be a better entry. GJ. Poof. Oh, there you go. That was the push. Yeah, so you see, GJ looked better actually. GJ looks better because of this that happened here. Like I said, when it closed, I said, look at that liquidity grab. So now it makes sense to revisit here. I might take that one actually. Close up. What do we need here? 8 minutes is a lot of time with volume. 8 minutes with volume is a whole move. But I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna wait for confirmed entries. So I will wait, and if we close above it on the 15-minute, like something like this, I think I might take a look at that. Maybe the last 8 minutes it creates the whole thing. It's okay if it does. So this looks better. This looks better. Even if we have this today, this looks better because this is a revisit to the zone that I already was expecting a revisit to. So that makes sense even to my bias on the higher time frame. Look at this 4 hour. When we tapped here, usually when you look left, you're gonna notice maybe you're gonna have an extra tap before you reject, if you're gonna reject. And yeah, there you go, 1, 2. So it even moved all the way up there to close below here. So when I mean below is because if you do this, here it formed a resistance, here it formed a support, and here formed a support again. And this was yeah, that was, it doesn't have to be a specific price, it's its own, but my points remains the same, that it would make sense for the 4 hour, if we break it, to just continue going up after this big liquidity grab. What do you need? 6 minutes left. That's all I need. 6 minutes and a good closure above. That will, I was gonna leave, but maybe this is gonna happen now. Okay, might execute. Let's see. I just want to see the closure. Time is it? Oh, almost 10. Yeah. So if this is going up, there's a high chance gold is actually gonna visit the zone below, actually, right? Maybe. Oh, look at this. You see the visit here, and now the potential rejection to get here. Oh, that is the entry. Oh, interesting. Oh, look at that, the last 30 seconds. Melting. But see, now you are too close to this. If you didn't grab like an entry sell here, like we mentioned that we might revisit here before continue falling, then you might be late, but this one looks better by the minute. Oh, it's 5 minutes left. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, and then there is news, right? Yeah, I wouldn't go for sales. I mean, there's no space left for me, not for me. If you didn't grab sales around here, and it's funny that on this chart it looks cleaner on the entry. As we broke below here to get here, but that's a counter trend, anyways. Hey TJ, yeah, see you, man. We're gonna be finishing soon. If I see this closure above, I might go for it and do what I had to do today. Just 4 minutes. I really wanted to leave now. I have to leave. Man. But this is looking nice. We have a good space here, right? Yeah, we have a nice space here with volume. And we're about to break above the 4 hour. We're about to break above the structure high. Oh, that's the 1 hour closure too. Oh, okay. That's the 1 hour closure too. You see, that's tricky for me. The 1 hour closure gives sometimes a 15-minute bearish candle. It's related to where it closes, but from 1 hour, sometimes I expect like the first the first 15-minute or the second 15-minute candle to be bearish before continuing going up. So that would be a tricky thing. So if the 1 hour closes inside of here, oh, that would make sense here. If the 1 hour closes below here and it wants to continue going up, then it comes here with the 15-minute, and then maybe at 11 something it closes above here, which would be the end of the 10:30 candle. That would be my entry. around here, around this area, and that one might be able to push price all the way up there. So you know, you don't really, I wouldn't have to be worried about this, but it's still, this is a good TP anyways. So yeah, that's the idea right there. Yep, it's about to end. It's gonna end here. Look at this. And now the news and all of that. You know what? And if it breaks above, also look at this. This is still a break above the whole thing here. 1, 2 candles, same place. So the buy stuff might be even more valid than before. What is this? This was at 9 a.m. and this is 9 a.m. So that's freaky right there. 9:30, 10 to 10:30, and 10:30 to fall. Yeah. So if I don't see what I'm looking for, maybe today I'm not gonna take anything else besides, you know, what I already had this morning. So okay, trade safely. I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow if we can be here. Have a great day. Protect your capital, protect your money, and trade, you know, as emotionless as possible. Just don't, you know, don't get caught up with emotions. Again, don't get caught up with entries. And I'll see you guys. Have a great one. Let me show for the stream people, let me show if we have anybody here. Oh, we have Rafa. What's up, my man? Sanyam, Adele. Yeah, there's everybody here. J Money. What up, what up? Yeah, there's the people here. So, ciao, Italia. Oh, ciao, molto bene. Okay, arrivederci. Enjoy, guys.
All right, man. Have a good one. Stay safe.
Dude, thank you.